Shalom, everybody. This is Ken Lane, aka Yefet Ben Ezra of OkiHebrew.com. But I'm not talking about Oki Hebrew today. I'm talking about leaving Jesus. Leaving Jesus in 10 questions from Jason's Spiritualbabies, my friend. Okay, I'll get started. Question number 1. How long ago did you lose faith in the New Testament? That's kind of a complex question because it wasn't just overnight. I didn't just slam the book on it. I think I started kind of questioning different truths, and tearing out pages at a time. It wasn't like I slammed the book on it. It was like I ripped out pages until there wasn't pages to rip out anymore. And that finalized, I guess the book was slammed I'd say about 2 years ago, when I finally came to that conclusion. Maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, year and a half ago, something like that. Number 2, when you began your journey, what was your faith? Did you lose faith in Jesus at the same time? When I began my journey, I guess you mean when I began my journey towards not believing in Jesus. At the time, I was Messianic. I had come out of Christianity, and then I went into another form of Christianity, which is the Messianic movement, the ones that believe that Jesus is God. My cat's trying to get on camera. So, not really. I didn't go from Christianity to not believing in Jesus automatically. It was a very, very gradual process over several years. So I went from Christianity to the Messianic movement to straightforward Judaism. What events led you to question the New Testament? Well, basically finding out that Jesus isn't Messiah. I really kind of went about it backwards. I kind of came to the conclusion, to my own conclusion, that he wasn't Messiah, and thus the New Testament didn't make sense after that. So, because you should be able to pretty much prove that he's not with the Tanakh. And you can, pretty simply, if you're honest with yourself anyways. If you want to shoehorn things and say he fulfilled this and he fulfilled that and take things out of context, then you can convince yourself of anything. But no offense to Christians, no offense to Messianic people, no offense to Jesus, you're just not Messiah. Sorry, Jesus. But when I just really, really wanted to be academically honest with myself and remove my heartstrings from the whole equation, then I could move on. Oh, number 4. How did it make you feel when you were questioning the validity of the New Testament? Kind of scared. But it took a long time, took years. It was years of questioning it. There was a constant discussion that was coming up in the community that I was a part of. So it wasn't like a rash decision that I just threw it out the window one night. No, I came to it very, very slowly. So I guess the shock factor, because it was over such a long period of time, it wasn't much a shock when I finally go, oh, he's not. Let's see, number 5. What effect did leaving Jesus have on your personal relationship with family and friends? Not a whole lot. No, because at that time, I was part of a Messianic community that was known in town for being the people who did not believe that Jesus was God. And that is a huge thing in Christianity, as well as in the Messianic movement. And we kind of had a rep in town for being the people who had denied Christ. So those people were actually a little more academically open-minded to the idea that he's not Messiah, even though most of them still do believe that. Nothing wrong with that. You're entitled to your opinion. Still love you. So I didn't really lose any of those friends at all. All my Christian friends, my friends that were just Christian, as opposed to anything else Christian, they thought I was crazy as soon as I started getting into Torah, so that was nothing different. So they had known me for years. And my parents, my family, were surprisingly accepting. My dad was actually pretty quick to be like, if that's what makes you happy, I'm happy for you. My mom probably took a little bit longer, understandably. I'm her baby, the youngest child. So, but now they're completely accepting that they have a non-Jesus believing Jewish son and a soon-to-be daughter-in-law who's also non-believing Jewish. And they're fine with it. We do all kinds of Jewish things together. It's great. They're not converting anytime soon or denying Jesus, but they reach out to me. We're still awesome friends. I hang out with them all the time. Honestly. 6, is your understanding of a relationship with God different now than before? It's a lot more streamlined. It's a lot more aerodynamic. It's a lot more compact. No, I'm not talking about a car. No, it's simple. I don't have to look at some kind of commandment in the Bible and go, well, do I do that? Or do I not do that? Or I don't have to go through somebody for the forgiveness of sins. I don't have to, it's like somebody came by this track race and knocked down all the hurdles. It was like, yeah, go, run. There you go. You don't have to jump over it. They burned down the obstacle course. And they go, oh, God's on the other side. Just go. As long as you're walking forward, you don't have any of those theological obstacles to go through. So that makes it a lot more simple. Number 7. What would you say to someone who has questions about the New Testament? Sorry, I can't help you. I'm Jewish. No, really, I would tell them, keep having questions. Question your questions. Just read. Look at everything in context. Anytime the New Testament is used to talk about some kind of other kind of verse in the Tanakh, make sure that it's used in context. That's the main thing. And the understanding of it is contextual. But keep searching. Not everyone's going to give up Jesus just because they question the New Testament. That's fine, whatever. But a lot of people are. It's happening. A lot of people are. Because they want to be honest with their spiritual walk. Oh, what am I up to? Number 9. Were there people who helped you on your journey at any point? Sure, tons. There were lots of people that helped me on my journey. You do come to the conclusion by yourself. You're not like a group of people get together, okay, we're going to give up Jesus tonight. No, you have to come to that conclusion your own personal self. That's my cat eating food. But there were a lot of people who helped answer questions and were mentoring and were very awesome along the way. Some of them include my main rabbi, Rabbi Yonatan Ben Avram. He's an Orthodox rabbi out of New York, and he's awesome. Awesome. Did I say he's awesome? And of course, for the kind of questioning Jesus things, of course you got to go to Rabbi Tovi Singer. Take him or leave him. It's a pleasure to meet me, type of guy. He's awesome, though. I met him in 2009 in his apartment in Israel. I think I had woken him up. Me and a friend of mine went to his apartment. I was very messianic at the time, but I wasn't a missionary type of messianic. I was just like, I love Torah and Jesus. And he was very, very polite, and he didn't belittle me, and he didn't tell me that I'm an idiot. Um, he just asked me what my thoughts were on different theological topics, and just in his typical Tovia Singer fashion. Yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting. You know. So, but over the years, he's polished the dust off things and made things very clear for you to partake in them, for you to study them. Them and just a lot of different friends. People locally, I mean, people in other countries, all over the place. A lot of people have been very instrumental. Little pieces here and there. Oh, and Rabbi Yom Tov Glazer, not specifically about Jesus, but just about, he's cool. He's just a really cool dude. If you could go back and change one thing, would you? What would it be? No, I wouldn't change a thing. I have to be kind of honest with myself. I might, but I think that Hashem sets us on this derech. Every single stone is for a reason. You meet the people you meet. You make the decisions you make. You throw away the things you throw away. And it makes you the person that you end up being. So I don't know if I would be the same person if I were to, if like my journey towards giving up Jesus and being a Jew would, if I had gone about that quicker, if I'd be a better person. I don't think so. I think I'm pretty good. I think I'm pretty awesome. No, I don't. But I think that all those things helped me along the way. Every experience was new. And I needed the time, the gradual time. So never rush into any kind of decision when it comes to these. And don't think you can just convince people of it. They have to come to that conclusion on their own. The best you can do is nudge them lovingly. Basically, just tell them what you think and why you think it. What you believe and why you believe it. So, I hope this has been a productive video. And thanks, Jason. Thanks, Jono. Thanks, Tovia. Thanks, all kinds of people. And I'll catch you guys over on okihebrew.com. I'm Ken Lane, a.k.a. Yefet Ben Ezra. And shalom.